everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see. I know the last video that I put up was my gender reveal, and for people who don't follow me on my Instagram or my Snap, this is probably some new information to you guys. And this kind of explains this long gap of me not posting anything. So today's video, I wanted to do a first trimester update and also do kind of a the first couple of symptoms that I was feeling when I knew that I was pregnant, or had like a kind of like a guess of thinking that I was pregnant. So yeah, just to kind of fill you guys in, because I feel like there's just a huge gap from whenever I first took the pregnancy test to now being 15 weeks in my second trimester. And also at the end of the video, I will do a bump shot so that you can kind of see where I'm at in my pregnancy, as in like my baby bump. It's kind of not there, it's non-existent a little bit. It's just a lower kind of beer gut looking thing. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get into it. So first, what I wanted to start out with was the symptoms that I started feeling during the first month of my pregnancy, because honestly, I felt like I was pregnant after like 2 weeks of being pregnant. Like, I just knew something wrong was going on with my body, and I could tell. So the first week, I'll just say I found out that I was pregnant by peeing on a stick on the 26th of December, so the day after Christmas. So and at that time, that means I was a full month pregnant, if it makes sense. So like, we conceived in, I don't know, it's kind of tricky. I'm kind of confused, but whatever. But the first week of December, maybe the second week of December, I went to work with Anthony, and I was just getting very, very nauseous, like being in the car. And I've had car sickness before, but this was just like unbearable. Like, I had to take a nap like until we could get to the destination so that I didn't feel like that. Then, let's see, the third week, I had these intense cramps, and it started at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I got up, I went to the bathroom, like maybe I had to go to the bathroom, or just to see. Nothing happened, but it was just like a cramp that, it wasn't like a pulsating cramp or anything like that. It was just there, like in my lower section of my stomach. And there was a point where I was just on the ground crying, shaking, like I couldn't even move. Anthony got out of bed, he was like holding me, and then he was like, "Do you want to go to the emergency room?" And I was like, yes, like it was that bad. So we went to the emergency room. Throughout this, I may lose my breath. That's like one of the symptoms I've been having really, really bad, but I'm sorry. So we went to the emergency room, and it just stopped, like completely stopped, no more cramps at all. But I was just like, no, I still want you to check me out to see like what that was. And because I was scared to go back home and it happened again, because it was like intense. So she gave me a pregnancy test to take. I did it, and it came up negative. And okay, so at that time, I already took a pregnancy test before that also, and it also came up negative. So I was like, okay, well, like I guess I'm for sure not pregnant. I'm just having these weird symptoms. And then the following week, which would be like the week of Christmas, we went down to Galveston to visit his family, and we were there for Christmas. And the whole time, guess what I was drinking? I was drinking ginger ale. So of course I felt nothing, like no morning sickness, no nausea, nothing. Like everything was just normal. I just felt normal. And then towards the end of the trip, I would say maybe like the 24th, 25th. So this is like normal time when my period should be starting. Like I usually start at the end of the month. So I just started feeling these cramps, like normal cramps, but like less intense as usual. And I was like, okay, well maybe it's just I'm about to start my period and I'm just having like these pre-cramps or whatever. And so I think nothing of it, but then it just keeps happening, but they're just like not even intense at all. And so We get home. I work the day after Christmas, so the 26th. And that whole time I'm just like, I'm gonna take a pregnancy test today because it's like the 26th. Like I usually start at least like the 24th or something like that. And I end like the 30th or the 31st. So also that morning I felt like there was like something leaking. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm about to start my period. So I just put in a tampon so that I can have it in like while I work. So then after work, I go to the corner store, pick up one of their drug tests, and I like go into their bathroom because I just wanted to take it there. But I thought I saw blood on the string. So then I was like, okay, well I started my period, like it's all just whatever. So I drive home, I have these pregnancy tests for no reason, that's what I'm thinking at this point. I go into the bathroom and I'm like, okay, well let me change the tampon because it's been like a full maybe 6 hours of work. So I take that out and there's nothing on the tampon, like no blood or anything. And I'm like, okay, I'm taking this pregnancy test. So I open up the box, I take the test, and like I've taken a lot of pregnancy tests, but like I've never had like an immediate line show up in that first circle. And at this time Anthony was outside getting the rest of our stuff and bringing it inside from like our trip. And so I was just like shocked. Like I was just looking at it like, no. And so yeah, it was true. And so what I did was I had an empty box and I put it in the box, and when Anthony came back inside, I was like, hey, I have one more like present for you, you know, since it's still around Christmas. He was like, okay. And like he picks up the box and it feels so empty. He opens it and he was like, no. And I'm like, yes. So that's how we found out. I've been talking to a lot of people and they've been saying that like we found out pretty early. My one friend said she didn't find out till she was 3 months and so on. Like everyone has said like further along. I just knew something was wrong with my body, so I was just like, let me just do this to reassure myself that I'm either not pregnant or pregnant. So that was how we found out. Now getting into like the symptoms that I've been having. Well, for my first trimester, I'll try not to say anything that I'm having right now because this is now considered my second trimester. Starting with my face, I broke out a lot. Like it was crazy. Like, and I don't get acne and stuff like that. I may get like a bump here and there, but my skin usually doesn't really get acne. I broke out a lot during the first 2 months, and I also didn't wear a lot of makeup, so I was just kind of confused on what was aggravating my face, like, because I just didn't have the energy to put makeup on throughout this time, so like that couldn't have been a reason for me breaking out. My morning sickness, it seemed like it started after I found out that I was pregnant, which is crazy. Like, it's like I find out I'm pregnant and then 2 days later I start having morning sickness. What I did was, when I got out of bed, I would feel very nauseous, like very nauseous. And so I would have to go throw up immediately. And if I threw up that morning, then I'm good the rest of the day. So I would just pretty much every morning go and throw up so that I would be good throughout the day. Because mind you, yeah, we were out for winter break, but we started back school like January 8th or 7th, one of the two. So I had to start back school with this. And I did not want to feel nauseous in class. I didn't want to have to leave class to just go throw up. I didn't want to be in the bathroom with someone else there with me throwing up. So I wanted to do all of that while I was at the house. Also another thing, so I couldn't schedule my doctor's appointment until February? Or no, until like the end of January. You had to be 2 months, I think. Yeah, you had to be 8 weeks before you could schedule your doctor's appointment. So they couldn't do anything to help me with the nausea. So for 8 weeks, well, kind of like 4 weeks, I had to just deal with the nausea on my own. So I tried ginger ale. I tried B12, but like nothing was working, and I knew that it was going to be bad just because, like I said, I'm a very nauseous person to begin with. So try adding a baby on top of that. So yeah, my nausea was very, very bad. Then I went in for my 8-week, my first doctor's appointment basically, and she prescribed me dicleges, which, so I work as a tech. So at first I was kind of scared because usually insurances don't cover diclegis, or they only cover a little bit, so the mom usually ends up paying a lot still. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna let her prescribe it, and I'm gonna see what my insurance covers, and if it's not, then I just want to get Zofran. And the Zofran was like more for like, it'll take away this, like when you feel nauseous, you'll take the Zofran. Diclegis is more of, you take it at night so that you don't have morning sickness the next day. So yeah, so I let her prescribe it just to see if my insurance would cover it. They did. I had to pay nothing. So I was like, thank you, Lord. Like, I could be so unfortunate at this point. But yeah, so my insurance covered it. It was no charge. And so yeah, so I've been on diclegis this whole time. It's been working. At this point, first trimester, nausea is not a problem. I've been really like sleepy during my first trimester. I would go to school, so I have class from 1 to 5. And whenever I would get back home from class, I would just want to go to sleep. Like, I would sleep from 6 to the next day of when I have to wake up with no problem at all. I just felt like I wasn't doing anything in the house because all I was doing was sleeping. Like, dishes weren't getting done. It was hard for me to cook because I'd be just like almost like as if I took Benadryl or something like that. That's kind of how it felt. But Anthony, he was very supportive during this time, and like he realized, like, of course the room and house is gonna be messy, like you're pregnant, sleepy, so I mean there's nothing we can do at this point. So the sleepiness went on until almost, honestly I feel like it just stopped. Like I feel like I just got my energy back as I started my second trimester, which has been heaven sent, because I just felt like I couldn't get anything done. I couldn't come home to study. I would have to study in the morning because I would basically sleep all night. I feel like my grades like would drop. So like when I say drop, I'm not saying like I'm failing or anything like that, but I started this one class with an A, and by the end of that block, it was like at a B. And I feel like that's mainly because of how much I was sleeping and how little of studying time that I had. And the sleeping and drowsiness kind of subdued, and I've been good ever since. For as far as food aversions, the only thing where I just really didn't like it was a banana. The feeling of the banana in my mouth kind of made me like gag a little bit, like it was just like mushy, and I really didn't like that. One reason why I kind of felt like I was having a boy was because I wanted anything salty and spicy. If you know me, I hate spicy food. Like, I'm a baby when it comes to spicy food. But this pregnancy, I've been craving hot wings. I've been craving pickles. The other day we had pizza and we had pickles in the refrigerator. I wanted to slice up the pickles and put it on top of the pizza. Like, I just want anything with salt and anything with heat. And it's like making me really hungry right now, even just talking about it. I could still eat sweet things. It's just not something that I'm just like, oh, like I'm craving this, or I'm like literally I'm just craving food, like not even dessert. That's what I would say for my cravings. I feel like my hair is getting a lot thicker. Right now it's in these weird, probably lopsided buns, but it feels thicker and very healthy. I don't know if that's from the pregnancy or just something that I'm doing. My skin has been super, super, super dry. I've been trying to drink as much water as I can. My OBGYN said to drink 1 gallon a day, which is impossible for me. Like, I barely even drink water to begin with, so to try and drink 1 gallon of water a day is just something that I don't think is possible for me. And I feel like you can see it in my skin. Like, it's just super dry. And yeah, in the beginning, whenever I first found out I was pregnant, I tried to drink water because, you know, I know that I really need to. Now, if I get a water bottle and the first taste that I get from it, it makes me like super thirsty, and I just want to like gulp down the whole water bottle at that time. So that started happening towards like the end of January, like where water just started like tasting so good, and I just wanted to drink the whole thing at that point. Along with like the sleepiness and drowsiness, I just had no motivation to do things. I would go to school with no makeup on. My hair stayed in a low bun every single day. I really didn't want to wash and straighten my hair. it was just lack of motivation to do things, like, and it killed me. Like, I would cry just because I'm just like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, I feel like I'm not doing self-care. I feel like I'm not doing schoolwork. I feel like I'm not doing my job as a, like, girlfriend, like, to Anthony, like around the house and cooking and blah, blah, blah. And it really got to me. So that was like the only down part of my first trimester that I just really did not like about how it was making me feel. I think that's all that I really experienced in my first trimester. I don't feel like it was that much, but I do think the drowsiness took over the most out of all those symptoms, and also the lack of water. So the next video should be my second trimester update. Obviously that's not going to be the next video after this one, but the next one to this type of video. I'm going to try, it's spring break, so I'm pre-filming a whole bunch of videos so that we can get back on track of one video a week, and I feel more motivated to do YouTube and make videos, because at first I was just like, like every time I would pick up the camera, like I just did not like the content that I was making, and I don't want to put that out to you guys. So I'm back, I'm excited, I have more energy than ever, and I can't wait to film some more videos for you guys and put some more content out there for you guys. If you have any ideas or videos that you would like to see from me, just drop them down in the comments below. I want to do more makeup, I want to do more pharmacy, and now pregnancy videos. So I'm just super duper duper excited about that. Lastly, I just want to do a bump shot of what my belly looks like. I hope this is in frame. But so this is my tummy. I don't know if it's even showing anything. So this is it from the front, and then the side again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's different from something that I normally post because I've never been pregnant before. Just bear with me. I hope that I put out content that you guys like, or in the genre that you like, because I know I do different types of videos. So just bear with me. But like I said before, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below, and leave me comments for video ideas that you would like. See you guys in my next video.